Let's talk New York Mets baseball. Brett Baty has been optioned back to A Syracuse, and nobody is surprised right now. I called it. A lot of other people have called it or whatnot. The writing's been on the wall that he's pretty much on his way out and headed back down to A Syracuse. The question is now, will the Mets keep him or will they try to go ahead and let him or relieve themselves of his duties and responsibilities as a Met altogether? That remains to be seen. But we knew this was coming. Brett Baty just was not playing up to par once again. This is probably his third or fourth go around over the last 2 to 3 years or whatnot, where he's back up. Everybody's happy for him and feeling good for him and hoping that he does well. And then he's back down again. He's up again and he's doing really well. And then he's back down again. He goes back down to A Syracuse and he has monster games. He plays more confidently. He hits home runs. His batting average goes through the roof. But every time he makes it back up to the show, back up there into Queens or whatnot, he just seems to fall apart every single time. I think it's a lack of confidence. I don't think that he belongs. I don't think that he believes that he really belongs in the majors and that he has what it takes to actually be a professional baseball player at that level. Either that or the skill level just really isn't there or whatnot. But I think it's more of a confident issue. I think he's a really good kid. I don't think he's a bad person at all. He always seems to have a good attitude. He takes responsibility when he makes mistakes. But he's having a problem offensively and he's having problems defensively, and you really cannot have both of those at the same time. He struggled on both sides of the ball, and you gotta dominate one. Either be a little bit shaky with your defense, have a little botched play here and there, but you're batting 278, 280, you know what I mean, 290 or whatnot, or the other way around. You're having a little bit of shaky batting or whatnot. Your batting is around 215, 220, somewhere around there. But on the defensive side of things, you're a lockdown second baseman. You're a Golden Glove. You're out there turning plays or whatnot, making unbelievable catches, diving plays. You got to have one or the other. You can't be struggling on both sides of the ball. I know he had his big home run in the last series or whatnot. He had a 2-run shot, and everybody was wondering whether that was going to be enough to, push him over the edge to where he gets to stay up there with the team. But the facts of the matter are the Mets were never going to take Brett Baty over Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil is a utility player, and he's just a dog. Everybody knows it defensively and offensively. Jeff McNeil is just that guy. He's a go-to guy, and he'll be more than likely starting at second today. They have a game tonight in Washington. The Washington series starts today. So I'm pretty sure that Jeff McNeil will be starting at second today. And we've got a little bit of a situation over there in center field, so he can bounce to center field as well, like he's always done in the past. He'll bounce into the outfield and then come back to second. We've also got Acuna. Acuna's going to stay with the team for now. And so Acuna will probably be a secondary option there as well. Acuna may rotate either in center field, I think, or I think he'll be rotating over at third with Vientos, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Brett Baty just did not have enough of the stuff to stay up there at the show, and once again, we're seeing him get optioned back down to A Syracuse. Not sure if the Mets are going to keep him, but I mean, how many more chances is the guy going to get? He's had a lot of chances. He had 54 at-bats. He had 11 hits, just 11 hits with 19 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 stolen base, 4 RBIs, and, of course, that 1 home run. So on the hitting side of things, he just wasn't really doing that great, and a little bit defensively. He had a 204 average, 246 on-base percentage with a 598 OPS. I'm guessing, as usual, he will go back down to A Syracuse and start hitting again and playing like a monster or whatnot. So maybe they will keep him around as an option just in case something happens with McNeil. If McNeil stresses out his leg again or groin, whatever it was, I can't remember right now. Maybe they'll keep him around just for that. But I think that they're going to start to head in a different direction with Baty and maybe start to move into relieving themselves of him altogether, which is kind of sad, man. He's got a good story. He's a good kid. He's a great kid. I don't have any problems with him, whatnot, personally. I think he's a great teammate. He's great in the dugout, doesn't cause any issues, stays to himself, and is always very supportive of his teammates and supportive of the team altogether. Has nothing but good things to say, and I've never heard anybody say anything negative about him. Seems like a really good person, and I wish him the best. Hopefully he can change that around and maybe get a little bit more confident when he's up there at the show. That way he can stick around. But ultimately, for now, he is back down in A Syracuse, and we'll have to wait and see how things are going to go. We got a game tonight in Washington, so let's go Mets.